Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
It's their first effort on goal.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
And we have our very first corner. Rashford! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rashford actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Chips it through. Picked out brilliant. Isak!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Linton, Bruno Fernandes, Alexander-Arnold, kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Great vision. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Harrison promptly onto that, and that is that. Vieira does well to get it back. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's cut it out. Chouameni gets good distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get on the end of this? It's a goal kick. Chouameni. So it is still 0-0. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Linton. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Park Ji-sung. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Park Ji-sung. Now the delivery. Great chance! Rudiger. Schlotterbeck. And it's Park Ji-sung. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Rudiger. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ambitious ball here. Isak. He is through here. Isak unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No, it's come to nothing. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
He shifted it to the flank. Rashford is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Knocks it into space. Bruno Fernandes. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. It's a good spell of possession, this. Tries to play it through. Hoist it in. And he's taking no chances there. Vieira. And here's the chance to counter. Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bruno Fernandes. Rijkaard. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And no, that was never going to make it. Rijkaard. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta threads one in. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Chance to deliver. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Nicely weighted ball. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium. Substitution.
And the action is back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Joelinton. Oh, no joy this time. That has ended up in no... And Messi! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Schlotterbeck. Chouameni. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good ball, that too.
Well, that is one way to stop him. It's a good run down the right. Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chance for a shot! Hit into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's well spotted. Joelinton. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Corner number 2 then. Zanetti gets it away. Great defending, strong and determined. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Isak.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that is a little undercooked. Linton. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pass somewhat off target. Linton. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Linton played out wide. Tries to pass it through. Played in deep. And that has been cleared.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Isak. Zanetti picks it up now. He's shifting through the gears here. Big header! It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And smartly reclaimed. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's made its way to him. And he's straight offside.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Coming on to replace him is number 13.
Tchouaméni cuts it out. I think we're just about done here. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Tchouaméni.
There will be 3 minutes.
That's Rudiger.
Time.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Schlotterbeck. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I've always been impressed with the intelligence and decision-making of this man, the Paul. Yes, you kind of expect that from an Argentine.
Shapes to shoot! Iwobi. De Paul. Massaro. And it's Rodrigo De Paul.
Oh, really well played.
He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about Zanetti has been caught there. It's a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Van Dijk. Looking for options for movement. And he shoots! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Number 11.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now, can they get him away? Not the most accurate pass. Iwobi. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Thinks about the shot. Massaro! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rice. That is good alertness. Iwobi. He's through, now is he in? It's a searching pass. Batistuta looking to get on the end of this. Threads one in. Batistuta. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that's fabulous. That has ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. Alexander-Arnold looking to hit the byline here. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
So it's going to be another corner. This their second corner of the game. Right card! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rijkaard is offering a wry smile there.
Rice for De Paul. Messi. Serginho. Plays a sharp little ball here. Howson deals with that comfortably. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Isak. Massaro. And this is Messi. That's good play. Shoots! It's hit the upright. Alexander-Arnold. A probing pass. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Massaro. And it's Iwobi. Looking to play him in. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Zanetti demonstrating his defensive quality there. And here's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi. Iwobi. He is just and a chance! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Rice. De Paul. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And it's Iwobi. Messi. Stood up well to him there. And that's gone loose. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, good take in a good area. Isak!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Van Dijk. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a cute ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Messi. Messi, who does have an assist to his name. Vieira. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Van Dijk. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And Upamecano. Serginho. De Paul. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So, third corner of the game. And it's Vieira. Chance! Really well taken goal.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Knocks it into big chance! They've done it! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Passes short and sharp, and he's shot at goal! Sticks it away! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's...
Great chance! It's a goal! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And here's Isak. Gets a good foot in there. Rijkaard. And that's been won straight back. Tries to play it through. De Paul. Iwobi. And it's Serginho.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Zanetti. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Messi. Now it's Isak. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Shot could be on. And that's really well manoeuvred. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on.
Goes for a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Messi. Number 11, Batistuta. Coming on the field, number 18, Park Ji-sung. Number 99, Mbappe.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. So now the difference is 3. Played back. And it's Serginho. It's a good spell of possession, this. Vieira. Pass somewhat off target. Pinches it off him. Park Ji-sung is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Isak. De Paul to Cristiano Ronaldo. Iwobi. Serginho. And it's Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp for De Paul. Now that looks a decent ball. Shot, surely!
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Vieira. Coming on the field is number 13.
Rijkaard clears it away. That is a brilliant interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. Isak receives it in, takes a shot! He's got a goal! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Has been indicated.
There was to be only one outcome.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too... And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Park Ji-sung. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. He's away! And Park Ji-sung! It's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker. That's that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Khan completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Kim Min-jae deals, tries a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Tottenham are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Threads one in. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he's straight offside. Kim Min-jae. Adams. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Batistuta! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player with vision and creativity in addition to his finishing now.
And a reputation for being lethal, clinical, vital in front of goal is by now very, very richly deserved.
Really effective.
Musiala is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass.
Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Could be danger here. He's had a shot! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Plays a sharp little ball here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Messi. Donatoni.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's been taken short. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries the cross. Tries to get it clear. It's Park Ji-suk. He won't be happy with that one. A heavy challenge. Tries to pass it through. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rodri. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, this is a great position. Cross needs to be good. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. It's Park Ji-suk. Musiala. It's Park Ji-suk. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk calmly anticipates.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He gets big! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Rodri. Saliba. Passing is crisp and sharp. Donatoni. Park Ji-sung. Spread neatly. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Chance, surely! And he hits the net. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Can he finish? It's a goal! And they can dream again of a better life, of greater prestige. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Rodri gets a good foot in there. And he welcomes it in. Oh, nicely intercepted. Musiala. And the pass is intercepted. Howson spots it and intercepts. Musiala. Park Ji-sung. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Park Ji-sung is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Park Ji-sung. And that is expertly dealt with. Rijkaard. And that'll be the last act of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. That has been cut short. Park Ji-sung. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Forlan. And here's Neymar. Forlan. And this is Forlan. Goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. They've scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire...
Big chance! One-on-one! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, it's a great ball here. Shoots! Classic Batistuta!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Zanetti. Can he get on the end of this? And he lines up a cross. It's a mighty effort! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Foot in. Great vision. Roll, looking to penetrate opposition lines. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 7, Raul.
Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative.
Number 17, Udis.
Fernando Torres touches it back. Oh, goes for a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Fernando Torres has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Rodri. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Nice sequence of passes this. Shot, surely! If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rice. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Isak. He's found a way through. Isak takes control of it and he's on. He's had a shot! Goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Girassi. Park Ji-sung is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now it's Batistuta. That has been cut short. And this is Torres. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. He's having a good look here. Great chance here to level it up. Shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Isak. Great ball if he can get there. And he was alert to it. Well, that has not gone well. Rodri. And it's Zanetti. Nice bit of trickery. Oh, that was vital. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now it's Torres. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Looking to play him in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Yildiz. And now the breakaway. Now this could be a chance. And he's away. Vieira. Eder Militao kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Rice. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Alexander-Arnold. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Kökçü. Torres! And it's Rodri. And here's Torres.
There will be 1 minute added
Rijkaard.
time.
Batistuta. Rijkaard. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. Build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 15.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Number 41.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Number 19, Jonathan.
Real chance! No mistake!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Manchester United.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Vieira. No way through. Fernando Torres. It's a mighty effort! It's in!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And he's in on goal. He's got away. That's a good ball out wide. And instinct, he gets big. They've got to be quick to recover this. That has ended up in no man's land. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Joelinton. Can he get on the end of this? Fernando Torres. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Batistuta. Park Ji-sung. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball. No, that's been intercepted. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, played right into his path. That's really well cleared. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Sanchez. And he's there to belt it away. Cannavaro. And Zanetti.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's going to go a long way. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. "75 minutes played. Yildiz. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Kachu! Just wouldn't stay down for him. Conte. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Isak. Isak. And he shoots! And yes, it's there! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one. Oh, they could be caught out here. Ah, good steal. He just read it.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
The final 5 minutes. And the through ball. Great chance! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Manchester United take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Sanchez calmly anticipates. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love.